Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. A lot of people have asked, you're showing us how to change a fuel filter on a Prado, and a lot of vehicles are the same as the Prado fuel filters, so it's not just Prados and Toyotas and all that. It's all very interchangeable kind of information on different vehicles, and there's other vehicles that have got fuel filters like this, even Isuzus, whatever. So this is a Ryco filter. I'm not recommending Ryco filters for this, for the simple reason you can get the genuine Toyota one, these ones, for about 35 bucks or something. So I just reckon these are probably 25. Well, you save 10 bucks, but I just prefer genuine unless there's a bigger saving. If the genuine was 100 and this was 30 or 40 bucks, I go, a lot of people are going, yeah, but it's your fuel system, it's your injectors, so why risk it? Yeah, that's right. But Ryco, they've been making filters for a while. But look, this was supplied by the customer, I want to be clear. So we're going to show you how to open this up. We've got it off the vehicle. It's really simple. I'm going to just show you. See the little bracket on the side here? It just slips on. And you don't actually have to slide it all the way up. You just slide it up a little bit, and see that little clear points there? You just slip it up a little bit, and then it lifts out. So you don't have to pull it right up and stretch the lines and break anything or stress anything out. And of course, you've got your usual two plugs, the pressure sensor at the top and the water sensor at the bottom, right? Now what you do then is, I've got my assistant here who's going to do this for us actually, because I don't want to get my hands dirty, mate. I don't want to press the port. Can you do it? Do you want to put gloves and that? They might recognise you from your hands now. See you later. That's right, I'm having a bit of a joke around here. So if we can, what you do, you just turn that ring. I'm going to give directions like you don't know what you're doing, so if you can try and turn that. If they can't, don't worry where it is, mate. If they can't see it, bad luck. Sometimes they're tight, sometimes they're not bad. So there you go, mate. If you can't, I'll have to get my muscles onto it, It's the one that's impossible. It's not going to come undone. That's it. So we crack that. Can undo that all the way. Let's just hold it over this anyway, just in case. We like to put our gear in what's usually a clean container. There's a bit of crap in there. We're not too worried. So it's a bit different. You're not unscrewing it like the Prado ones. You're unscrewing it, and then you've got that ring there. All right, I'll just take it for a second. So you've got this ring here. That's just what retains, the two together, if you know what I mean. So now what we're going to do is crack it loose. This is the hard part, and I'm not going to do this. Back to you again, boss, because there's just an O-ring sealing it, and they just get a bit stuck, and you've got to kind of like carefully, jiggly, see if you can do it, mate. See how good you are today, right? For the video, everyone's watching. This is going to go on YouTube, mate. So get ready to ditch it into there. Maybe we'll go that way a little bit so it's not near the edge. Slowly, gently. Guys, if you're not worried about making a mess, you can just reef on it, and it just goes poof open, and fuel goes everywhere. You can drain it out if you want, but I don't muck around, mate. I just gently wiggle like this. I get a bit more aggressive, but whoa! There you go, and it goes everywhere. Now that's pretty good actually, not bad. It did sort of go a bit everywhere, but it's not as bad as what it looked. It went all over the bench mainly, so that's good. That's why I've got a rake here. Anyway, here we go. Look at that. So there's the, oh my God, look at that. That's terrible. The filter's not that old actually. Had the fuel filter light on. What I haven't asked him is, because the owner, he does his own servicing and stuff. As soon as we've got a bit of mess here, that's okay. But see that? We've got what's these bits of crap in there, right? Now, what I've got to ask him is, does he clean this out? Because that looks like it's never been cleaned out. So when you change the fuel filter, you clean this out. Surely, I haven't asked him, but he's going to watch this video. I should have turned the light on, shouldn't I? Okay, so give me a sec. We'll clean up the little bit of splash here, and I'll turn the light on. Okay, you ready? I hope you're ready, because we already started, mate. Okay, so you got to have a laugh, guys. Now, anywhere else, any other videos, they go, oh no, we can't put that up. We look like idiots, but we don't give a stuff, right? Because I kind of warned you this is what's going to happen. And you think he's used to doing that, like in front of a camera with a tripod on the way on the right. So we're going to blame the tripod, the camera, and everything that's in the way, okay? Now, that doesn't normally happen. That would be worst case scenario, so beware, that's what can happen. But this is what I wanted to show you, right? So we've got the light on now. Look at that sludgy mess in there, right? So basically what we do with that is we take it over to our drain tray and we spray carby cleaner in there extraordinaire till it's all nice and clean, and then we blow it dry with compressed air. We're going to go and do that now. Alright, so we've cleaned the guts of it out. My assistant, if you can please just show and see. This is the problem, guys. I just want to tell you, the client was doing his own fuel. He's changing the fuel filter, but this was all full of crap in there. It had like 10 years of gunk in there, right? So what happens straight away? Well, that's going to be out. Here is like a float, right? This floats. This is your water sensor at the bottom. It needs to be clean in there so everything can work properly. And you put a new filter in, you're just going to pull the rubbish from the bottom straight up onto the filter. So it's all cleaned out now. Let's pop this O-ring off. There's an O-ring there that you never see a problem with anyway, but we're just going to flip that off because there's a new one here. Let's put this one on, please. So I told you I was going to be bossy and tell him what to do. Like he's going to be a good boy and do as he's told, you know, like, you know, he doesn't know what he's doing. And put a bit of moly coat. We could just use diesel fuel. We're going to put a bit of moly coat on the O-ring around the outside there. Right, whatever. I know you're uncomfortable because it's a pain when things are in the way, isn't it? This contraption makes you look all unco on that. That's why they think, oh, that Anthony guy, he doesn't know what he's doing. Now, yeah, everybody else can see what it's like. Yeah, trying to perform for the videos, mate. You know, performance problems. All right, let's pop this new fuel filter as it is straight into that container. That's it. Throw that in there. That's the dirty side, we don't really care. That should just slide in and go in and fit nice and flush. Is it going in? Yeah. Let's just put a little bit of moly coat on this O-ring as well. If you can do that one-handed for the video. Right, a little bit of lube on there as well. Again, you can just put a bit. Old school, it's like, you know, brakes. You know, you got rubber grease, or old school used to use brake fluid, diesel. Well, we've got these products. We can just use a bit of diesel, you know. I like the moly coat. I like using it, so that'll do. Let's grab the top and show them how to line the top up, because there's a couple of arrows there. If you can just, at your leisure, like to see the arrow there on the sticker, guys, and then on the side of the filter, just here underneath this, I can't even think if it's the inlet or the outlet at the moment, outlet anyway, the arrow there, they need to line up. So let's slot that on. And all you need to do is two hands and push it together. It doesn't matter if you take it out of the picture, mate. So we don't want to have any accidents like before, mate. You know, and then once you push it, you need to push it all the way down. That's it. Then you just screw it on. So we pull it down, it should stay there. Is it staying down or not? Is it being a springing back up? So we're going to have to take it out of the picture. Sometimes you've got to hold it against your chest to keep it pressed together, and then while you do this up. Otherwise you get to do this up. If it's not all the way down, it won't go all the way. But when it does, the arrows will come around. They will actually go just past, and then you just bring it back, and it sort of sits in a locking a bit further. That's it. So there's the arrows there. They've got to come all the way around to there. And if you have trouble turning it, that's when it's worth squashing the top and the bottom together again to get it to turn and come into, is it there, eh? You got a bit for, exactly, just squirt. That's it. They get a bit, they're funny. It's a plastic thread, and it's got, again, so you need to push it against, that's what I do. I push it against my, got a bit of beef there, got a couple extra kilos there I could get rid of. Bit of padding. That's it. And when it lines up, yeah, that last little bit, got to push against your guts a bit harder, mate. How'd you go? How'd you get it there? Not quite there. Needs a bit more. You need to get the rag. Wipe the bloody oil. It's a, you know, this diesel game, isn't it? What a mess it is. Anyway, so you can try and get a grip on it now. Alright. That's it. We're just trying to tighten up that last little bit. It's a pain, this one, isn't it? Do we get? No, okay. Give me a go, the bloody thing. What's this? Now it's my turn, all right? Take two. Cut. All right, let me see. What's going on here? What's going on here? That's tight, isn't it? Yeah? This is the thing with these aftermarket ones. Yeah, look, guys, we can't change a fuel filter. Can someone come and help us? Yeah, how about this? This will be funny. I'll hold it and you turn. Here we go. I'm going to squash the two together. You see if you can turn. Go on. That's it. That's it. So it clicked in position. So, you know, to change your fuel filter on a Hilux, you need two people. Okay, so, right, so the arrow's all lined up and it clicked. Once you get there, you actually feel it click into position, okay? So that's all sealed up again. We've got caps on here. That's going to go on the vehicle. Obviously, the, you know, the fuel from the tank goes in there. Clean fuel goes out there. Plug your plugs in. Again, slotting it in, you don't have to start from right up the top. On the bracket, you'll find a position that's only about an inch up from the normal height, and it just sort of goes boom, and it slots in position really easy. So I reckon that's a video. I hope you had a laugh when we spilt fuel everywhere. No, we made it sound worse than what it was, to be quite honest. It went all over the bench here, a couple of splashes on the floor, and that's it. So we did really well. But that's kind of a worst case scenario mess. That's how to change the fuel filter. These things, they vary. Sometimes they're really easy and it just screws off and on. Sometimes that was, like I always say, always for the video, it's got to be a pain. I promise, mate, you got to answer this question. Has that ever happened that bad to you before?
No.
Me either. And have you ever had that much trouble doing that up, getting the last bit done?
No.
Me either, exactly. Anyway, guys, so here we are. We gave it to you, reality the way it is. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, turn the bell on, because we've got more reality and worst case scenario happens when we're doing a video. Thanks for watching. See ya.